Now, here's the thing. I really do believe most people would love to find the right person that they can, live life with, settle down and start a family. I really do think most people want that because it's in our nature. It's in our nature to meet those people and settle down and breed. I really shouldn't say it that way, but starting a family is a beautiful thing. Right, I think most people can agree to that, unless you're one of these absolute clowns. If you're a racist, degenerate, or an absolute freak, I really don't think you should be starting any family anywhere. I just don't trust those types of people with with that type of power. You know what I mean? And that's besides the point of this video. I just really do love clowning or throwing shade at these absolute degenerates whenever I get the chance. Anyway, the real point that I want to make of this video is in the dating world, we see a lot of people making constant excuses. There's a lot of the times you would hear people say things like it's okay to have standards, especially if you're a woman, but as soon as a guy decides to have standards, it's like, wow, he's terrible, he's an awful person, he should go die somewhere. And we're gonna be talking about that today. But anyway, basically what happened is I saw this picture of a guy holding up his dog on some type of dating profile, and it says trigger warning, right? Let me guess, you're 25 with 3 kids and you've had your fun. Now you don't want that. You want a real man to settle down with and take care of you and your kids because you let a loser bust all up inside your guts. Okay, right? I'm 6 even, have my own house, 2 vehicles, and I make over $75,000 a year. What do you bring to the table? If the answer is someone else's kids, then go kick rocks, right? No man will ever want you. Stop saying you're thick, you're obese. Also, you're not a dog mom, you're a pet owner. Now, I want you guys to hear me out, okay? That motherfucker cooked. Right, he fucking cooked, because I don't really disagree with what he's saying, man. I really think that it's perfectly fine for him to have those opinions. If that's just the standard, that's his standard. And yes, it may seem a bit, what's the word I'm looking for, aggressive. It doesn't matter. It's his dating profile. He can put whatever the fuck he wants in it, and if that results in him getting more or less matches, then again, that's his business. I really don't care. The thing that I care about is a lot of people saying, oh, he shouldn't talk that way, it's disgusting, he's a terrible person, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, man, we've seen so many instances of women saying things like, oh, you have to pay all of my bills to date me. You have to be making over $100,000 a month to date. You gotta be 6 foot tall to date. And some of these chicks are short as fuck. And it's the level of hypocrisy that I really I don't like. It's just this hypocrisy. I fucking hate that shit. It's very annoying to see grown people say rules for thee but not for me. And you gotta be an empty-headed fucking moron to really believe that, oh, it's okay for them to have these types of ridiculous standards, but for guys to not have basic ones. If you really look at what he's saying, he's basically just saying, I don't want any single mom that went out there and opened her legs and let dudes do all of the busting they want, and now what, he has to deal with taking care of someone else's kids. I perfectly understand that. Bro, why is this thing so blurry? What the hell is happening? Let me see if I can fix that. Boom. Alright, there we go. Anyway, so what I'm saying is this. I think it's perfectly fine for him to have those types of standards, and if you all agree, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, bro. Right? I'm happy that you're on this channel. I'm also happy you're not one of these fucking losers that want to complain and pretend that only women should have standards. You know what I'm saying? If you're one of those people, get out. I don't want you here. Right? Get the fuck out. Right? I'm being super honest. But anyway, we're gonna get into some of these comments, man. We gotta get into some of these comments because he was getting the ladies angry. Right? So this person first says here, 75k. and talking like this guy is utterly fucking pathetic, right? And then someone responded, found a girl with a kid. But then they clarify, I'm a guy with a body count close to 100. And okay, here's the thing, man. I know we guys like to, you know, we like to brag about these types of things, but as you get older, you realize that this really isn't a flex. This is fucking disgusting, right? Having that amount of bodies, you're a nasty person. You don't see people as people, you see them as objects to stick your meat in and get pleasure. It's cringe, right? And I'm saying this because I grew up being taught to kind of think like that. I grew up being taught to see women as just objects of pleasure, and I'm so happy that I grew out of it. There's a lot of guys that I know in my real life right now. I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a few guys I know who still think like that, and they're some of the most unhappy people, right? Yeah, they get a lot of box, they get a lot of pum, but they're really not fucking happy at all with their life. And it just is what it is. So in my opinion, this really ain't a flex, and you're also running the risk of getting sick, because this person here makes a solid point. This person says a guy with a body count close to 100, aka a walking STD factory, and that's something that's very real. You over here banging your chest, acting like some type of alpha male because you get a lot of pum, but in reality, think of how many kids that this guy probably has out there, if this is even true, because, you know, a lot of these people, they go on Twitter and they lie. The way he even said it sounds like some fresh and fit type bullshit. Remember when this fucking clown Fresh said he has 1,000 bodies? That is crazy. He said it like, I'm a guy with a body count close to 100. It's like, I really don't believe him. But even if it is true, it's really not a flex. Anyway, this next person here says, dog, blink twice if you need help. And the person below is kind of insane, because they went on to say, for real, I bet there's peanut butter all over his house, if you get my drift. Now, if you don't understand what this person is saying, they're implying that the guy in this original post, Caleb, they're implying that he uses his dog to pleasure himself, which is... it's insane. Like, how do you make such a leap in logic? You know what I mean? Like, these are the people, again, you know, it hurts reading this description. Caleb's description definitely hurt their feelings, and that's why they have to jump to such a disgusting accusation, you know. So anyway, someone save this poor dog is the remainder of their comment. Someone else here says, so women are allowed to put all of their expectations in a dating app bio, but Caleb can't, right? I wonder if Caleb is famous or something, I don't know, but anyway, right? So much for all that patriarchy nonsense y'all are always complaining about. Exactly. 54,000 people agree with this. Alright, I agree as well. So 54,001. Because again, we've seen it so many times. We've seen women saying things like saying all sorts of craziness about their standards and expectations of men, and like, it's accepted by a lot of people. I'm not saying it's right, but at the end of the day, you should be able to set your own personal standards for your dating profiles and that type of stuff, you know. But anyway, the last comment here says, abrasive but factual. And again, I have no problem with what he had to say, because we go back to my beginning point of the video here. Most people, this is what they want. They want to have a happy family. It's just that we live in a modern age now where people are so obsessed with sex and what's fun and what feels good that they really don't want to put the work in to create this magical image that you're seeing here, right? This here, a lot of people don't want to put the work in to create this. Recently, I was talking to a guy acquaintance of mine on actually, I wouldn't say where I was talking to him, but I was talking to him on a social media, right? And he basically was saying that it's over for him and all these different things, and I'm like, nah man, you're just scared. You're genuinely, based off of what you've told me, you're just scared of getting hurt. You're scared. You're allowing apprehension to thief all of your future possible joy. You know, like, why do you care about what might happen? Right? Just do it and deal as a man, deal with the negative situations that may come your way. That's what being a man is. That's what being an adult is, you know? So again, like, I truly think that a lot of people just don't want to put the work in. They really don't want to put the work in to have successful relationships anymore. But anyway, man, like, if you all agree with my take on this video, please like and subscribe. If you disagree, let me know why in the comments below. And if you would like to become a character in my story, it's called Ascension. All you gotta do is tell me in the comments that you would like to become a character, and I would actually draw you as one. You gotta be 18 years and older to become one of these characters. Also, it would help a lot if you follow these 3 steps: like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, right? That is gonna help me out tremendously. And yeah, man, y'all have a good rest of your day.